Hi guys, Rose here with the Cackling Moon. This is going to be a client's reading. It is one of the flash sale readings and we're going to be focusing on life purpose for this client. So let's see if I can get through this video. I'm kind of taking a risk here. The family is outside in the pool. So I'm hoping I can get through the reading without an interruption. But if you see me turn it off, then at least you know why. And then your reading will turn into a two-part. So let's see what is happening here. We're going to be using 3 decks. It was a flash sale reading. It's no longer available, but the flash sale was 3 decks for $33. And it's like a different spread that I was doing. One of the exciting things is I was using the Oracle, the Radiant Sun. So let's see here. Mystical healer. At least that's what I just heard right now. That is not a title that you are already using for yourself. You probably should be. Okay, that's right. I'm going to use the bottom of the deck. I'm going to have to move my candle because I need the space. It's a rather large spread. We have King of Cups. Knight of Swords in reverse. I've been getting some reversals. Page of Wands in reversed. Victory and success. Material and spiritual prosperity. Moving on. Awareness. And the Knight of Cups. Okay. This is probably not going to show all the way up on the film, but let me see if I could tilt this. Oh, there we go. Okay. So, what we have here is a spread that I came up with. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start reading from within, and then we're going to look on the outside influences and fears on the left-hand side. So from within, what I can see here is at the core, we have criticism, authority, criticism and authority, idealism, decisions, orientation, and detachment. Okay, so what's at the core here is that what I'm feeling is life purpose-wise is you on the outside, you do a lot of work with friendships, you do a lot of work with other people, okay? So you deal with a lot of issues with people, social issues. In the core, though, you have a lot of internal issues with yourself. This is internal criticism. I'm feeling internal criticism and internal authority, or maybe you fear or you have issues with being your own adult, being your own independent say-so, in control of yourself, if that makes sense. I feel like on the outside, people view you as an authority. People view you as a leader. People view you as high and above. But on the inside, you have a lot of kind of like blocked views about that. You don't feel, you almost like other people see you as magical or a mystical healer like I was getting. But inside, internally, you don't feel that way. Like you almost doubt that. But definitely like around the edges, like I said, we have friendship, adaptability, devotion, and practicality, which is like you do a lot of work. You are very devoted to your friendships. You are very devoted to the people on the outside. You are helpful. You are always, you have a good outside layer. Your core your outer layer is very much all about devoted to other people. Okay. Control is to the left of criticism. Speculation is to the right of authority. Almost like it's like people can give you a compliment and they can tell you how great you are at what you do and your psychic abilities and this and that, but you don't believe it, or you constantly doubt it. It's almost like you have to see it or feel it to believe it, which is silly for a lot of us, because as readers, we technically are all about energy work, right? So sometimes we have to believe in it anyway, even though we can't see it sometimes. Sometimes we can. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes we can. Idealism, criticism, ostentation, adaptability, speculation, devotion. You definitely adapt easily to change. You adapt to other situations. It's almost like you can work well with other people's issues, but when it comes down to your own, you are very much of a mess. You have a very hard time dealing with your own issues. As far as life purpose goes, though, you are definitely meant to help others, but you are also meant to work in creating like solidifying relationships. So counseling work, therapy. A lot of people will come to you for help, which is a mystical healer. I mean, you can think of it in that way. You help people in that way. But a lot of like helping others. But what you have to do, a lot of your soul work though has to be inner. And that's what I'm seeing there. It's also Mars influence, and Mars is action and fire. So a lot of like your motivation resolves and relies in you, but you don't always have motivation in yourself. A lot of moon work. When it comes to helping others, moon work is intuition. So you intuitively can feel and you can help other people intuitively. You use your intuition like perfect. But when it comes down to, the fire energy, and at your core, that's what I'm feeling, like your soul work. A lot of the soul work that you need to do still has to do within, and it has to do with your own willpower, trusting yourself, your confidence. I feel like you struggled as a child with confidence. There was some issues there that you never healed from, and it triggers. You have trigger words, you have trigger moments. And it's probably another reason why you liked, I feel like Spirit is like speaking through me now. I feel like it's another reason why you like to help other people in relationships, because it's almost like you were healing yourself through them. I know for me, that's powerful too. It makes me want to be emotional. I know for me, a lot of the times when I read for my clients, I feel like I'm healing through my clients. So I feel for you, my love, because it's amazing to be able to do this work for people, but at the same time, you have to also heal yourself. Fuck. I feel like that's like my own little message for me. Decisions, authority, and detachment. Detachment is making me wonder if you are detached either from an authority figure in your life. This could be a father figure, a grandfather. And you detached yourself from that. You made that choice. Maybe you have a rocky relationship with someone in your life. Preferably, most likely a male. That's what I'm gathering from that. So let's talk about the outside. This is like the advice. We have King of Cups, Knight of Swords in reverse, Page of Wands in reverse. We have a lot of people, okay? There's a lot of people surrounding you. Let's see if we can get closer so you can see this. We have a lot of people surrounding you, okay? King of Cups coming up on top, though, is definitely you with that intuitive sense. King of Cups is very intuitive, psychic, a leader. But what you struggle with, either this is struggling with conversation, struggling with expression. Maybe you say things when you get upset, you say things that you regret. Page of Wands in reverse. This could be delay in action, delay in making a move. Maybe you have these inspiring ideas, but you have a delay in actually doing something about it. This could also be other people, okay? You work so much with so many different energies, sometimes it can be overwhelming, so make sure that you are doing what you need to do to cleanse yourself. Another thing that I'm seeing here is victory and success, material, spiritual prosperity, and moving on. You are very successful in the kind of work that you do, but I also feel the moving on card is constantly showing you that your soul needs to always be doing something different. So it's like you can be settled in a job for so long, and then you got to move on. You could be settled in a home for so long, and then you got to move on. So you do have a soul that wants to travel. You have a soul that wants to experience new things, be around different people, being in different clothes even. You may be that kind of person where you can only wear something so many times, and it's like, oh, I need something new. You constantly need to change your closet. You constantly need a new haircut or a new color, or you're just always about moving forward. There's nothing wrong with that, but it just shows that settling for somewhere for so long is not part of you. It's your soul needs to travel and see other things. Now let's take it back here and let's look at the fears. So we have principle, Knight of Cups, and awareness. Really interesting that Knight of Cups and awareness came on. Is it fear of taking your psychic abilities to another level? Is it fear of going to the next step in this realm? Seeing things. Is it fear of opening your third eye even more, trusting what spirit is showing you? Maybe as a child you saw things, spirits and things like that, and you closed it off. I feel like you're going to have that double awakening again, but you're afraid of it for some reason. Principle, is it because maybe you think that it's not right? It's not practical? It's not the kind of work you want to do? Do you doubt that you could make money off of it? I mean, I'm just throwing like questions at you to ask yourself. Knight of Cups, though, carries messages. You were meant for it. You were meant to deliver messages, and this could be spirit messages, love. This can be delivering messages from spirit that come to you. Are you fearing doing that kind of work, taking your readings to a different level? That could be another fear. And that can go back down to having the fear of authority and knowing that you are more leadership than you give yourself credit for. That's a big one. You know, I'm going to pull a little bit extra. We're going to take away this, because the video is only 12 minutes, and even though it's a flash sale, I don't want it to go too long, but I also don't want to cut it short. But I do feel like, and I think my cards are all, I don't like to shuffle to get reversals, because I don't need to be reading reversals. I trust my intuition to not have to, but sometimes they come up in reverse, and so sometimes it's meant to. But I want to pull one last little thing for you, to see where you're headed with your spirit work. So your soul's purpose, are you living it now? Yes, I do feel you are. I also feel your soul is meant to travel. So if you are trying to maintain your soul, or yourself, I'm saying your soul, but it's you, to stay in one place, to stay in the same kind of path, the job or whatever, and you get so tired of it, it's because you weren't meant to. You were meant to be going everywhere. So, you know, sometimes some people are meant to stay in the same place. Oh, here we go again with the reversal. Sometimes people are meant to stay in the same place, and sometimes, oh wow, 2 aces. Oh, that's powerful. And sometimes people are meant to, oh, Spirit wants me to flip this over. 7 of Cups. Sometimes people are meant to stay in the same place for all their lives. They move only once, and other people are everywhere. They're travelers. So you know, I feel like you are somewhere in between. You just need newness. You need new, like, even when you're driving places, you like to take the scenic route sometimes versus the fast way home. I mean, you just like change. You need it. Your soul needs it. Okay. We got so we have 2 4s, which is spirit is saying, I'm here. We got authority, which is the core that was in the first reading, which is your issue, right? Authority with yourself, seeing yourself as an authority figure or a leader. Your clients definitely see you that way. Discontent and boredom. What were we just talking about? How you need to have change to feel good. It comes with discontent and boredom. It's like you need constant different flow in your life. The sacral chakra, this is your creative chakra, and you know, your sexual chakra, it's like a lot of different things. But to keep your creative juices flowing, you constantly need shifts and change. And that's what we see with the seven of cups. This is why spirit wanted me to flip it over, because it shows opportunities. You always constantly like to have multiple opportunities, pillows to fall on. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, some people are content with the same thing. Other people need change. Magician is just showing you are definitely manifesting and you are creating your magical, mystical healer, you know, like I was feeling. But you do need to, I feel like, evolve a little bit. You can't just stick with the same type of readings forever. I feel like you were meant to evolve. And with that comes the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands. The new ideas, the inspiring messages. Ace of Swords can be, this is spirit coming your way with messages to deliver to your clients. And the Ace of Wands is you are taking the baton and you are moving the message over. You are delivering it. So that's powerful stuff, my love. And it's almost like the magician. He's like, I have the baton. I'm ready to take the message. So I just feel like for you, your soul purpose, you're on it. But I also feel like your soul purpose is to kind of keep morphing and molding, remolding, traveling. You know, you're not meant to stay put. And also perhaps spirit work. At least that's how I was reading it. So that concludes your flash sale reading. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. And those of you guys who are watching, this reading is not available right now. I think I will make it a thing. But for now, it's not available. But if you want a tarot reading with me, please click the link below, check out my shop, and I would love to read for you guys. And until then, I will see you later. Bye, my loves.